Hello, I'm Carin Lavery, Charity Relations Manager at Good to Give. I'm going to be showing you the Employee Centre on the Good to Give Workplace Giving platform. This webinar is for charities. I'll show you what donors see when they look at your profile, how they search for charities, how they make a donation, and how they make a donation to a fundraising event. And I'll also show you some examples of messages that charities have put up for their donors. I'll be using my own personal login for this purpose. So as you can see, it says, "Welcome back, Carin," on the Employee Centre. We're on the dashboard, and the first thing that you can see is this scroll bar that keeps changing. This is what we call the supported charities, which are the charities that companies on the Good to Give Workplace Giving platform have chosen as their workplace giving charitable partners. So this is an example of why you need to build your own relationships with the companies that are on the platform, because if they choose you to be a supported charity, you sit front and center for the employees of that company. If they don't choose you and you're not a charitable partner of them, the employees can still find you because they can search through the Charities tab here. Okay, so moving on, if we scroll down a bit further, the dashboard shows a summary for the employee of their giving. So it shows how much I gave last month and year to date, and how much of my donations year to date have been matched. I've already reached my cap of $200 per person per financial year. Our financial year runs May to April. It also shows how many of my colleagues have active donations at the moment and how much we've collectively raised this financial year. Moving further down, it shows the regular donations that I've set up. I have a particular interest or connection with myeloma, which is a blood cancer. And so the Snowdon Foundation and Myeloma Australia are two charities that I've decided to put regular donations towards of $10 a month. I also have a one-time donation set up for Drought Angels. Drought Angels are supporting the farmers who are suffering badly at the moment, which is pretty awful, from the floods following the droughts in northwest Queensland. And lastly, if I scroll further down, it shows recent messages that I've received from charities that I've been supporting. On the right-hand side here on the dashboard, it also shows any appeals that Good to Give the employer, so my employer, has running at the moment. And we're supporting the Townsville flood appeal currently. The appeals can also be seen on the Appeals tab here at the top. So let's go to the Charities tab. So I'm going to search for a couple of charities and show you how they appear. So let's go to WWF as an example. Okay, so we can see here that WWF have chosen to use the color in their banner that is consistent with their branding. Charities can choose the color to do this. They can amend the color when you set up your profile in your Charity Centre. The Charity Centre is where you have access to look at your profile and change it, to load messages delivered to your donors, and to look at reports of the donations that you've received. WWF has chosen to put dollar handles in their profile for particular areas that they want to draw the employee attention to. They've also chosen to put projects up. Projects are a really good idea if you want to attract donors' attention to appeals or to specific causes. Projects can be have a start date and end date, have a closed time period, or they can be open. So let's have a look at another charity. Let's go to, I think we'll go to Caritas. So if I pull Caritas up, you'll be able to see that Caritas also has used the opportunity to brand their banner to be consistent with their branding colour. And they've chosen to have a couple of paragraphs regarding their profile rather than dollar handles. They also have projects just like WWF. And as you can see here, they've got an appeal, which will have a start date and end date, and they've got more of a general overseas aid fund, which probably doesn't have a closed time period. So let's make a couple of donations, and you can see how easy it is for donors to donate to you. So I think I'm going to donate, let me think, I'm going to do to an aged care charity. So this is ADSI, Home Living Australia. You can see that what I did there was I put in the name of, or the abbreviation in this case, of the charity, because I know the name of the charity, and it pulled it up. So if I do read more, it takes me to the charity itself and the profile. That's a lovely profile. This charity has not chosen to put projects up. If I hit Add to my giving, it will drop that donation straight into my giving portfolio. As you can see, it says new donations. I can then choose to change the donation amount to any amount that I want. I'm going to do $10. And I can choose to make it a regular donation or a one-time donation. I'm going to make it a regular. I can also choose to not share my contact details with the charity. It defaults to sharing, so donors have to opt out from sharing their donor details with you. I'm going to share. So I just hit Save My Giving, and you'll see then that I have Snowdon, Myeloma and ADSI in my regular donations, and I have Drought Angels in my one-time donations. You'll also notice that there's a message for me here. This is because ADSI have put up a thank you message for me, and that's delivered the moment that I make a donation. Thank you messages are delivered to donors automatically only once, the very first time that donors donate to you. So if you don't have a thank you message up, you are really missing an opportunity to connect with your donors. It alerts me here that I have a message, and it also alerts me here in the message tab. You'll see that I've now got a number 2. There was a number 1 there earlier. So if I go to my messages tab, there is the lovely thank you message from ADSI. This is a particularly good one. Beautiful picture and a lovely thank you expression. So that's showing you how donors find a charity if they know the name of the charity that they want to donate to. But there are many other ways that donors can search for charities. They can search for supported charities. This is the scroll bar that I talked about earlier, where employers have listed the supported charities for that employer or the charitable partners. Donors can also look for small or big charities. So here are some big charities. Here are some small charities. And the scroll bars here keep changing to make sure that all charities have an opportunity to be featured. The definition of big and small is consistent with the definition with the ACNC. Employees can also look and see who their colleagues are donating to by hitting trending charities. Or they can look at all charities and segment those all charities by cause area. Another thing that they can do is to look at a particular phrase or keyword. So if I pull up refugees, it will list all the charities that have the word refugees as a keyword. So this is an example for you of how important it is to make sure that you have all keywords listed in your charity profile on the Charity Centre, which is where you set it up, to make sure that you are found when donors put in a particular keyword. So think laterally about what donors will be looking for. I want to show you also, I made a donation earlier to, okay, let me just have a look at this. So if I go to my messages, because there's another lovely example of a thank you message from Settlement Services International. And there it is. So this is a charity that supports refugees. And I thought that was a lovely thank you message. We have on the website, on the Good to Give website, we have a whole series of guides for you. And one of those guides shows you examples of good thank you messages. And in that guide, you can also click through to instructions as to how to put up your regular message, your thank you message, if you forget. The instructions are also on the Charity Centre, and they're very, very easy and quick to follow. So on the website, it's guide number 6, how to thank workplace givers, and guide number 7 is how to put up your regular update messages. Our website is goodtogive.ngo. So taking us back to the platform, the other thing I want to show you is how donors can donate very, very easily to a fundraising event through their workplace giving. This is a magnificent opportunity for charities because it taps into the benefits of workplace giving, pre-tax, being able to receive the communication messages from the charity, and matched giving. In March last year, Good to Give and Go Fundraise formed a joint venture to enable us to do this. So I'm going to show you, if I take you back to the home page, you'll see here that donors or employees can support a fundraising event through the workplace giving platform. They can also do it through GoFundraise, and I'm going to show you that way for a particular reason. So I've gone on to GoFundraise, and I'm going to find somebody that is supporting myeloma, that has a fundraising event supporting myeloma, the blood cancer. So here we are, I found somebody. Click on that. So this is, who is this? This is, where's her name? Rebecca. Rebecca Hewitt is donating to stomp out myeloma through a GoFundraise event. You'll see here that there's donate and donate from your pay. Donate is how people that are not employees, not connected to workplace giving, donate through credit card and PayPal. Here we are. Because I've taken so long, it's given me a prompt showing me that donate now is for credit card and PayPal people, and donate from your pay is for employees that work at companies that are registered on the Good to Give workplace giving platform, and as I explained earlier, tremendous advantages through supporting fundraising events through donating from your pay. No need to keep tax receipts. Tap into the match donations. 70% of the companies on the Good to Give workplace giving platform match. And it's very easy to do. So if I just click, I'm just going to close that so you can see this again. So if I do donate from your pay, it then asks me, well, which company do you work for that is on the Good to Give platform? So I work for Good to Give. I put Good to Give, sign in, and it drops the fundraising event directly into my giving portfolio, just like it did when I made the donation earlier. In this incident, it defaults to $80 because research at GoFundraise has shown that $80 is a very good average donation amount that is appealing for donors. So I'm going to change this in this situation because I'm going to keep this donation as a proper donation for $10. It defaults to being one time. And again, I just do save my donation. And it will have dropped it into my one-time donations. So now I'm giving next out of my next pay, $10 to Snowdon, $10 to Myeloma, $10 to ADSI, which is the aged care charity, $30 as a one-off to Drought Angels, and $10 as a one-off to Leukemia Foundation, supporting Rebecca doing her fundraising event to stomp out myeloma. Okay, the other thing that I want to show you is I want to focus a little bit on messages because this is such an opportunity for charities. As I explained earlier, the thank you message is delivered only once to donors the very first time they donate to you. The regular update message is delivered anytime you put it up. We recommend that charities put up regular update messages once a month and in the first week of the month. The reason for that is because Good to Give sends an email to all of your donors around the 10th of every month, which says, here's my one to show you as an example. And the email says, thank you very much for your donations. This is the amount that you have committed to out of your next pay. It encourages me to sign back in, and it lists a prompt to the messages that I have received from the charities that I've been supporting. And if I'm already signed in, it will take me directly, if I click in my email, it will take me directly to that to the messages page, and there is the Vincent de Paul message, which was as a result of my donation. They've just got a letter. In fact, that isn't St. Vincent de Paul. Let me find, there it is. There's St. Vincent de Paul. There we are. They've also just got a letter rather than a picture. So I wanted to show you that because that's a tremendous opportunity for charities to talk about this with your fundraisers and with your donors. Let them know that this ability is there, and encourage people to donate to a fundraising event through workplace giving if they have the ability to do so, if they're one of the companies that are on the Good to Give workplace giving platform, because it will bring you great benefits and extend the number of people that can donate to you outside of family and friends. Okay, the last thing I want to show you is the ability for you to be able to link directly from a regular update message to your profile or to a project. And this is, again, a great advantage to you to lead people straight to a cause or a project that you want people to donate to. So the example I'm going to show you is from the Australian Red Cross. And if you can just bear with me, because I haven't deleted any of my messages since 2015. So I needed to find the right one. Here it is, Australia Red Cross. So they did something for their end of financial year appeal. You can see here. Here is their regular update message that they put up. And they chose to have do something different and to encourage donors to donate a day's pay. Now, we know from the Workplace Givers Revealed research that we did that 46% of people are happy to make an additional gift, and 33% are open to increasing their regular donations each year. So Australia Red Cross wanted to implement a communication message encouraging people to donate a day's pay because they knew that actually many donors would be receptive to that idea. So in their regular message, they inserted a shareable link. You can pick up the shareable link in your charity centre. So if I click on the shareable link here, you'll see what happens. It takes me straight to their end of financial year project. So the donor doesn't need to search for Australia Red Cross or end of financial year. It takes me directly there. And I can then do, again, add to my giving, and it will drop the donation into my giving portfolio. So that's, again, very handy for you to do. The importance of regular messages and thank you messages can't be understated. We know that 60% of workplace givers say that hearing stories and progress updates from their charities is important to them, and 4 out of 5 want to know the impact that the donation has. Our research through Workplace Givers Revealed also showed that donors who recall receiving correspondence from their charity were more favourable towards the charity and in turn had higher donation levels. So if you're not making use of your ability to put up regular updates and thank you message, you please do so. You can go onto our website and you'll be able to see Workplace Givers Revealed there, together with many other publications and research materials for you, which are full of stats that you can use, particularly when talking to your corporate partners. Okay, so I think that gives you a rundown of what donors see when they're on the Employee Centre and how easy and quick it is to donate to you. If you have any queries, please contact our charity team at charity@goodtogive.ngo. Thank you very much. Bye.